Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is consumer protection. Today we are going to just do the introduction of this chapter. Just to tell you that approximately 5 marks paper will come from this chapter, and it is very easy chapter. So as you all know that the competition is growing, and there is every seller wants to maximize the profit by selling more. Some producers are tempted to engage in the exploitative and unfair trade practices. Maybe they are offering defective and unsafe products, adulteration, false and misleading advertisement, hoarding, black marketing. So such things are happening in the market. Because of that, consumer required protection. So what is consumer protection? Protection of consumer against the unfair trade practices of producers and sellers is known as consumer protection. So generally consumers are exploited by adulteration of consumer goods, poor quality of goods and services, short measure or underweight goods, creation of artificial scarcity by hoarding of goods. So such activities are performed by the producers and sellers which are harmful for the consumer. So that's why consumer is required to be protected. So as a result of all these activities, the consumer may be exposed to risk due to unsafe products. That is, he may be cheated, may have to pay a high price, etc. So there is a need to provide adequate protection to consumer against such practices. One thing more I want to tell you here is consumer protection has a wide agenda. It not only includes educating consumer but about their rights and responsibility, but also helps in getting their grievances redressal. Means it is not about awareing them about rights and responsibility, but also telling them how to deal with these problems and listening their grievances. So there is a proper judiciary machinery for protecting the interest of consumer. Importance of consumer protection. First of all, we will be doing from the customer's point of view. So number one is customers are ignored. So majority of consumers, they are not aware of their rights and reliefs available to them, as a result of which they are exploited. In order to save consumer from exploitation, consumer protection is required, is needed. Then number two is unorganized consumers. So in India, consumers are not organized, and there is a lack of consumer organizations also. So thus consumer protection is required. Means consumers are not organized. We cannot say that here educated consumers are there, here uneducated consumers are there. So consumers are mixed, so they are not organized. Then number three is widespread exploitation of consumer. Now consumers exploitation is on large scale. It is not on a particular area or on a particular field. It is everywhere. So that's why consumer protection is required. Then importance of consumer protection from the point of view of business. Number one is long-term business interest. So it is always in the interest of the business to keep its consumers satisfied. So global competition could be won only after satisfying the consumer. So satisfied consumer lead to repeat sale and help in increasing the customer base of business. So if you are taking care of the consumer, then you may have a long-term business interest. Then number two is moral justification. So if you are doing your proper duty, you are not cheating the consumer, then obviously you are justifying yourself also. So if you are avoiding all these practices, then you are justifying yourself and you feel good about that. Another point is business uses resources of the society. So every business uses the resources of the society, and thus it is a responsibility to work in the interest of the society. Number two is social responsibility. So as you know that social responsibility is taught to the students also, and it is the responsibility of the business to take care of the various interest groups. So interest groups like owners, workers, governments, customers, etc. So a business should take care of these interest groups, these stakeholders. Thus customers should be provided qualitative goods at reasonable prices. So this is the social responsibility of business. Number five is government intervention. So you can prevent yourself from the interference of the government. Government will not take any action on you because you are not doing any unfair trade practices. If you are involved in unfair trade practices, then obviously government has to check you, and they have to give you penalties, and they have to punish you for that. That's all for today. Rest we will be doing in a live class. Thank you. Have a nice day.